Heyo everyone, my name's Nikita Lisko and I'm just a Ukrainian American who wants to help you understand what's going on in the world. Because let's be honest, it can be a bit crazy at times. Yeah, at times. But hey, let's start with some more interesting stuff before we get into the depressing. Like the biggest thing on TV right now, Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp. You had Amber Heard during the Me Too movement making claims that Johnny Depp was cheating on her and having an affair and abusing her during their relationship. And this spiraled pretty quickly. I mean, Johnny Depp was removed from almost every production he was a part of, including Pirates of the Caribbean and even Fantastic Beasts. Afterwards, you had Depp responding himself saying that Amber Heard was the one in the relationship with the affairs and abusing him. And this is where you saw a lot of people getting upset at the heavy double standard. You see, Amber Heard wasn't removed from any production that she was a part of. In fact, she's still a part of Aquaman 2, while Depp was removed with everything that he was a part of. Well, after many court cases and both coming out with wins and losses, you now have the final case, or at least what's supposed to be the final case, for $100 million, all being hosted here in the great state of Virginia, with a lot of people rooting for Depp, and you may be wondering why. Well, that's because in previous cases, information and evidence have come out to support that Amber Heard did in fact assault Johnny Depp. In fact, there was a phone call that the two had had privately. She admits to making up lies of him hurting her to win out the divorce, as well as to actually hitting him.
I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual...
So with that, you have her admitting to fabricating evidence against Johnny Depp. But that's not all. Just over the weekend, Depp's team released even more evidence, in this case relating to the affairs, with images and videos being released of her alone in an elevator with Elon Musk and James Franco, two of the people Depp claimed that she had cheated on him with. And in these videos, you have Amber Heard supposedly naked, I believe, wrapped around in a blanket, being held by these two pretty intimately, which some people are saying, okay, it's just them holding her. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm being 100% honest. I know for a fact that either my girlfriend or even any of my previous girlfriends would probably be even just a little upset if I were holding someone that way. And I think vice versa. But who knows what'll actually happen with this and what it'll do in court. But I will try my best to keep you guys updated if anything else blows up from this. Now, let's move on to crypto bros. So there's actually a big scam going around right now with crypto wallets. Twitter user Serpent brought out a pretty glaring hole in iCloud that could get you to lose your entire crypto wallet. You even had a user already losing $650,000 worth in cryptocurrency, primarily Ethereum, because of this scam and glaring oversight. Okay, so what's the scam? Well, upon receiving several text messages of your password attempting to be reset on your iCloud account, you'll receive a spoofed phone call from Apple Inc. asking you to change your password because someone is currently trying to get into your account. With that, they'll ask you to go through the two-factor authentication process with them, where afterwards they will hang up on you, enter your account, and steal your data. Which, okay guys, please understand, Apple will never call you to change your password, as well as go through the two-factor authentication process with you. But alright, how does this affect your crypto wallet? Well, apparently in a recent iCloud update, they now save your 15 phrases for your crypto wallet, which for anyone that doesn't know, whenever you get a crypto wallet, it gives you 15 random words or phrases to protect the wallet. It is basically an additional long password. Well, in this case, iCloud saves it for you. And so the users hack into your Apple account using your Apple ID, go through your iCloud and pull the 15 phrases, get into your wallet, and steal all the cash. So if you have a crypto wallet, especially MetaMask, definitely double check those settings just to be safe. But hey, in more crypto and Twitter news, let's move on to our next story, where Twitter is not letting Elon Musk buy them out. Alright, quick recap. Elon Musk buys about 9% of Twitter stock, which is pretty significant because Jack Dorsey, the former CEO, only holds about 2% stock in Twitter. As he does this, he's tweeting out a string of questions about Twitter's censorship policies, which gets a lot of people riled up and even gets an offer from the board of Twitter. He declines, however, because that would limit him to having no more than 15% of Twitter stock, which if Elon is trying to do something drastic, it may just be better if he buyouts Twitter entirely. So as we all know, Elon Musk is trying to buy Twitter for about $43 billion, which it's currently valued at about $37 billion, so a little bit higher than its actual valuation. I do want to add though, Twitter has seen higher valuations in the past, so it's not the best offer Twitter could possibly get, but it's possibly one of the best ones they could have right now. This does come with an ultimatum though, that if they say no, Elon will sell all of his shares, tanking Twitter's stock. Well, Twitter did say no, and a lot of people are wondering why. but it's actually a pretty smart move on their part. You see, first, Musk is a risky buyer. Not only does he maybe not have the full liquidity to just outright buy Twitter, because a lot of his money are in other assets right now, but he wants to drastically change Twitter's layout, and that could mean a whole new staff as well. Either way, it's still a big risk for Twitter, but it may not be their only option. Mark Cuban, an American millionaire entrepreneur, details this in a string of tweets, saying Musk just kind of opened the floodgates for Twitter. You see, every major tech company now also wants to buy Twitter. I mean, it's still one of the largest social media platforms in the world, and so they're gonna want a stake in it. So now they're likely to offer up an even higher offer for Twitter right now, without actually changing the platform as drastically as Musk wants to. Even then, if they can't buy Twitter outright, if Musk follows through on his threat, they can just buy out his stocks. Or even one of Twitter's larger shareholders could just buy out the rest of his stock anyways. It may have been a great decision for Twitter to refuse Elon's offer. But let's go from there and talk about international news, specifically Ukraine updates and what's happening in Mariupol right now. Yeah, I really wish this wasn't a story. Survivors in an underground bomb shelter in Mariupol were kidnapped and taken to a former Soviet chemical dump site. Confirmed by satellite imagery and even some local Russian residents, Ukrainians captured in war are being taken to some of the farthest corners of Russia. In this case, being a city which I completely apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, Leonidovka, a city which has the largest chemical dump site in the entire Soviet Union, especially after World War II, or hell, even as recent as 2008. Where Russia would primarily use it to disarm nerve agents like VX and sarin. In this case, 400 Mariupol survivors, which include 147 children, are being held in a filtration camp with pretty limited food, water, supplies, and even toilet paper. And again, this isn't the only filtration camp. Papers leaked from the Kremlin itself confirm that there are several of these camps all across Russia, especially in the farther and eastern Siberian parts of the country. I just don't get how people don't see the comparison between Putin and this guy, or even this guy, and not see it. I mean, camps, people, camps. This is textbook history repeating itself and us just watching it happen, especially as the world lets a man like this get more power. I still don't get people using the excuse that Russia's trying to protect itself or that they're trying to save the Ukrainian people. If that were the case, I don't think we'd be seeing Mariupol survivors being taken to camps. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I really hope this helped inform some of you all. If you all have any questions, feel free to shoot them down in the comments down below, and I can address them in a live stream or the next episode. But if you want to keep up to date with what's going on around the world and help understand what's going on, definitely follow, like, and subscribe.